The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Magician.
That's crazy. Like, no,
You've
ain't
been
no
thinking
way.
about that a long time.
Ain't no way. And I never played spades, so it's just like, how'd you? Ain't no way. He wrote this down and then he asked me.
Yes.
What?
Okay.
So it's just like the fact that you got clubs written down here, and I said clubs. I'm like,
Yes.
oh my gosh.
I know. Well, you can think about that a long time.
Wow.
Okay. Very good.
This is Keontae with Jared the Street Magic. He just blew my mind. I thought I was gonna get played, but I guess not. So
The reason vote centers will be great as well is because you're not in the wrong location. So in 2024 general, and here's the perfect example. If you've ever worked as a poll worker, thank you. But when people show up and they're in the wrong location, you're like, ooh, I'm sorry, you have to go across the street to cast your vote. Nope, I'm not leaving. So in 2024, we had 7 people at Brookside at 7 in the morning, and they didn't want to go across the street to Epiphany to vote. So we had 7 provisionals, and of course, none of them counted. So there's 7 votes that just didn't count because they didn't want to go across the street. That's heartbreaking. We don't like it. So now we shouldn't have very many provisionals at all, if any. Now, if you're not registered, we can't control that, but there's still a registration deadline that people have to register by, but nobody will be in the wrong location, so that's great. So we've heard people say, oh, I take my mom here and her friend over there. Now you guys can all vote at the same location and get it done. Vote centers do not take away early voting. We're still having early voting. So anybody have questions, concerns, anything they want me to do, anything you can think of? We did create a new map, and we have a different website, which is on that flyer that I gave you, that will actually take you, there's a QR code, which I know some people don't like, but the link will actually take you to our maps, where you can type in your address, and it will actually pull it up, and then you scroll out, and it will show you the 3 closest locations to you. For old locations that we're not using anymore, we're gonna put a sign on the door and say, I'm picking Aboit Baptist. Aboit Baptist is no longer a location. These are the 3 closest to you, or click the QR code to find out any location for you. So, early voting, I do wanna tell you, Indiana Wesleyan cannot do it anymore, which was the one out like southwest.
Is this vote center method, is it going to be for the whole state of Indiana?
No, each county can make up their own mind. So I know Hamilton County was trying to do it. That's near like Noblesville, Fishers, but they said they want to see how Allen County does first. So a lot of our surrounding counties are already doing it, and they love it. They said the voters love it, their early voting has increased, their election day has increased, but I mean, we got a pretty good ballot this year, so I think it's gonna bring a lot of people out. We'll keep our fingers crossed, so, yeah. Well, thank you. As I said, if you guys need anything, you can get our email, call. I don't mind talking to any of you anytime, or any of my staff for that matter if you're in our building. So we appreciate what you do. I know it's hard, and we can work together as a team. So thank you.
Amy, thank you very much. Amy mentioned that she needed a little bit extra time because she's headed to the Democratic luncheon, and they'll have lots of questions. Okay, she didn't say that, I did. How's that? All right, very good. Well, we want to be elected for the board for this committee and this club. And that slate today is President for John McGauley, Vice President Anita Mather, and Treasurer Jackie Schumann. And I need a motion from the floor to accept that slate. We've got a motion. Any other nominations from the floor? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, all opposed? All right, John McGully puts his hand up in the middle. Let's give these guys a round of applause. John, if you want to come on up. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to serve in this capacity. I've been doing this for about 10 plus years, this stint. I was doing this in the 90s, about 95, something like that. And I was a whopping 16 or 18 years of age, something like that. And I stood almost in this very spot, writing numbers down from the precinct committeeman on this wall while Orvis Beers and Al McMahon would sit here. And that was a long time ago, but had the opportunity to serve in DC under an internship with Dan Coates. And I gotta tell you, that's where I learned that being a Republican is about integrity, it's about morality, it is about faith and family and freedom. But that is the thing that we have over the Democrats, making sure that morality and a foundation is in place. And I learned as a young person on Capitol Hill, before you get into politics, get that foundation established in your life first, because politics is going to pull you. It will challenge your integrity. It's going to challenge your morality. But if you get that foundation, you'll always be good. And I've tried to lead that life. So thank you for this opportunity. And I will continue to be around, but let's give this new president a round. And by the way, he's done this gig before, if you remember, back just a few years ago. So it's an old bike, I think. Here you go, John. Thank you.
Appreciate it. And thank you. You all continue to welcome me back with open arms. It's been a long time since I've gotten to participate, but since about 60-something days ago when I got to succeed Lana as city clerk, you all have welcomed me back with open arms, and I genuinely appreciate it. And I do accept my defeat on this vote as the one no back from the back of the room, but so I will serve at your pleasure. A couple of announcements. Our esteemed chairman called me on the way down here, and in the manner of any good president, I wrote my notes on the back of my Lee's box. He just wanted me to remind everybody about April 29th, Lincoln Day at Cerruti's. Election night here at headquarters. He promises food and music here on the 5th of May. And then the victory luncheon back here again at headquarters at 11:30 on the morning after the election, where we will send off our fall ticket in good form to go forth and conquer in November. It is my first job as your new president to start off with the program today, and we are going to hear from the candidates who are in this room who are on the May ballot. And we're going to give everybody a couple of minutes. And if you'd like to kick us off, Mr. Lagerman, since you're the closest one to me. If you guys want to start, we'll start here with this table. If you want to start maybe assembling along the wall, we'll just bring you up one at a time and give everybody a couple of minutes to talk about what's coming up in May. Paul?
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Paul Lagerman, and I serve as your 3rd District Councilman. Currently up for re-election. I've served for 5 years because I came in on a caucus when Joel Benz left. I've worked really hard on really 3 major things, and those are strengthening public safety, ensuring transparency, and housing affordability. Those are 3 things that I think have been very important to the community, certainly important to my district, and important to me. My day job, I work as a lobbyist for Heritage Action. We're connected. We're co-located with the Heritage Foundation in Washington, D.C. We're the oldest, largest, I think most prestigious conservative think tank in the Washington, D.C. area. I've really enjoyed the opportunity to serve. I want to keep doing it, and I've worked extremely hard in making sure that housing affordability in particular and our public safety folks are served well and taken care of. So I did want to mention also, Kyle Curley was hoping to be here today. He's stuck in South Bend, and just wanted to have me give you his regards.
Come on forward. There's no such thing as being shy at Republican headquarters.
Thank you, John.
There you go, Mike.
I'm Mike Clendenin from New Haven. I'm a candidate for Allen County Council 1st District. This is my first time running for office. When I was approached back in December about doing this, admit this was not on my radar, but I retired after 25 years of serving New Haven, Adams Township Parks and Rec. So after being retired a couple of years, realized I missed public service, and this is a good way to get back to it. So I'm prepared to, what's ahead. I feel I'll do a great job and looking forward to it. It's been a eye-opening experience, but glad to do it. And a lot of great, welcoming, appreciative people in this room, been supportive, and that makes it so much easier. It's a great group, and I look forward to being a bigger part of it. Thanks, John.
Thanks, Mike. Evelyn Connolly.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Before I give you a quick little update on my campaign, I just want to check in with all the candidates because I spent so much time with you in different settings, at our meet and greets and fundraisers, and I'm hearing so much anxiety. And I just wanted to maybe refer you back to our prayer from the beginning of this luncheon and a great message from Tom. You know, this is such a privilege to be a candidate. We have 6 weeks left, and let's enjoy just every minute of it, honestly. So I am running for Allen County Commissioner for District 3. As you probably all know, I don't come from politics, but I am rooted in public service in that I have spent my entire professional career working and serving families in this community, strengthening families and building this community. And so I am really excited to take the next step and serve you as your next Allen County Commissioner. I have had plenty of opportunities to share about my platform. Everything stands. I am here for public safety. I am here for economic growth. I am here for strong planned infrastructure. And so these are the things that I am planning to work on when I'm in office. As a matter of fact, in terms of my vision, I am wanting to step into some responsibilities and learning opportunities just as soon as this election is over. So when I am able to step in January 1st, I am way more prepared than I am today. So thank you again, and I think I'm out of time, although I could talk to you all day. Thank you.
Tessa.
I'm Tessa Helge, enjoying every moment of this race. Just kidding. I'm honored to be running as your prosecutor. I've been a prosecutor in this county for 18 years. During that time, I've tried a lot of cases. I've done everything from child support enforcement when I first started, to misdemeanors, to low-level felonies, to upper-level felonies. I did sex crimes for a long time, and I've been doing homicides pretty much exclusively for about the last 6-7 years, something like that. I think as somebody who's been in this office for a long time, we can all agree that public safety is huge, right? We have to have a safe community because if we don't, nothing else matters. No one wants to live here and no one wants to raise kids here. So we're working really hard on that. In the future, I think we're gonna come against some things. Modernization happens. We have witnesses, just last week I was in a homicide trial, witness get blasted all over social media. We're dealing with cameras in courtrooms and having people's faces in the media when it's putting them at risk. And we're dealing with youth violence. So I want to run for office because I care about this community, I care about my office, and I will work really hard to bring justice forward and to continue to serve Allen County in this way. Thank you all so much.
I didn't get the introduction.
That's okay. Tasha.
I am Tasha Emanuel. I am running for Allen County Clerk of Courts. I have been in the clerk's office for over 26 years. I did a small time at the Allen County Election Board when I was the Assistant Director of Elections. I am so ready. I feel like my career has led me to this point, being in the office for so long. And I am just ready to serve as the next Clerk of Courts. As far as my campaign goes, for the primary, I am unopposed. I am still distributing signs and really getting ready for the general election where I do have opposition. So, that's about it.
And the person who, when I was with the county for so long, had to answer more dumb questions than even my wife has, Jackie Schumann.
They were all from me. Hi, I'm Jackie Schumann. I'm running for county auditor. I have been in the office for 34 years, and I feel very strongly that I want to make sure that the knowledge and skills are passed down to the next generation that's going to be running this office in the county. Our office has about half of them are at or near retirement age. So we're going to see a shift, and countywide is the same. About 50% of county employees are at or near retirement age. Because if my office doesn't get it right, it affects every single person in Allen County, either as a taxpayer, because we apply your deductions and credits to your tax bill and calculate your tax bill, or as a user of county or any type of governmental services. We distribute all of those tax dollars then to all the governmental units in the county, the townships, the schools, cities and towns, the library, the airport, the fire districts. All that money comes through us, so it's really important that those skills and abilities are passed down to the next generation. I really want this office and Allen County to be successful into the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Jackie. Kristen?
Yes. I'm Krista Bizantz. I'm running for Springfield Township Advisory Board. Township boards and the township govern closest to the people, so I'm looking forward to having a brand new trustee and a board that is going to be fiscally responsible and friendly and cooperative as we move forward in just distributing the assets that we have and helping the people in our community.
I know who you are.
My name is Paul Moss. I'm running for 3rd District County Commissioner. As Tom was talking earlier about the amount of time in this building, I actually had to get my phone out and use my calculator, which is pretty sad, but to figure it. First time I was in this building, it was 45 years ago. And I recall going door to door for Dave Long when he ran for city council the first time. So, been a while. It's a great building, of course. Again, I'm running for 3rd District County Commissioner. I've served the county before, served 2 terms on county council. My career in healthcare, I think, has prepared me well. I was CEO of a pretty large company here in town, and I think with my experience, my desire to work collaboratively with council and others and department heads is very strong, and so I would appreciate your support on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Right? Happy, I have a little time if anybody has a question or anything along that line, or happy to, if not, I'm around for a bit. Thank you.
It's good to see all of you. I've been at this lunch when there's about 5 of us at this table right over here, so it's actually good to see that everybody's here. And probably 75% of you have already made up your mind in my race for Senate District 15, so that's okay. For those of you who haven't, I'll just talk about one quick initiative. My name is Darren Vogt, and I am running for Senate District 15. One thing that we introduced was the Great Hoosier Audit. You know, we cannot be so blind to think that we don't have waste, fraud, and abuse and bad actors here in Indiana. So what I've introduced is an AI fraud detection, more inspectors to find that waste, fraud, and abuse, and you'll find that that's how I'll approach government. I did that when I was on county council for 12 years, and 6 of those years as president, looking for those ways to find savings and get that back to the taxpayer. I'll also focus on schools. I currently serve on the Northwest Allen County School Board, where we have challenges each and every day with educating our kids. 90% of our kids, or almost 90%, are educated on the public side of things. I support school choice and school vouchers and all that, but we got to realize that 90% of our kids are educated in the public school system. We need to make sure we're focusing on that. So I think I've got the experience, the vision, and the values for Senate District 15, and I too would appreciate your vote on May 5th. Thank you. John left, sorry.
I'm Sue Richards, and I started my career in township government in 2008 as a clerk. I was also a clerk for White Township from 2015 to 2015 to 2020. And I feel I'm uniquely qualified because they're two different entities of government. When I took office, I wanted to make sure that we made good use of the taxpayer dollars for our needy. Sometimes that means partnering with local organizations such as St. Vincent's de Paul and Inasmuch. They're very great to work with. It's all about partnerships and working with other entities in government, and also working with Jackie, because she gives us the taxpayer dollars according to what is required for us to spend on our budget. And she's very vital to every department and office's budget in Allen County. For the spring, I'm not opposed, but in the fall I am. So I'm gonna enjoy the ride this time, but in the summer I'm gonna ramp up, and in the fall, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a new challenge, and I love a new challenge. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here today. I'm Liz Brown. I'm running for State Senate District 15. I know some of you, and I would say in my tenure there, particularly on the Health Committee, you know that I've been the strongest pro-life advocate down there at the legislature, both the Senate and the House, I would say. No disrespect, Representative Judy. Which is why I've received the sole endorsement from the state and the local right to life units, organizations, because that is the sole primary reason why I ran for this office to begin with. But in addition to that, I've been a fiscal conservative, and I think that's evident too. The healthcare bill I passed this last session specifically called for an audit of our Medicaid, even though I've been assured by Secretary Rube of FSSA that we're making sure that our dollars are being spent wisely. It's always nice to have legislative oversight, and we continue to do that in various aspects as I serve on appropriations, and we look at the other branches of government and how they spend their money. But also more importantly, and the reason why I received President Trump's endorsement yesterday, which I was very proud and happy to receive, is because of bills that I passed, like the Fairness Act. Senate Bill 76 was a bill that I worked on since last year to make sure that we enforce our immigration laws, that in our employment, that we're not hiring illegals, but most importantly, and the reason why it took it to get it just right, is because I respect any requests and concerns of our law enforcement. And I will tell you from the beginning that law enforcement had concerns because they wanted the training, which they were not going to be given, but my bill fixes that. And so that's why with that particular bill, Senate Bill 76, it's called the gold standard. So I was very proud to be the lead on that. Appreciated my House sponsors as well for passing that, and looking forward to continue to bring pro-life, fiscal conservative values representing the Hoosiers here in this 15th district. Thank you.
Hello, thank you everyone. I'm Tina McDonald. I'm a little nervous. I've never really spoken in front of all these people. But I'm from Huntertown. I'm currently Huntertown Town Council. I've been proud to serve for the last 4 years. I'm running for re-election. We've done a lot of good things. There's a lot of things, really good things coming down the pike. I work for the citizens of Huntertown. I want to speak for them. I want growth. I want things coming out there, but I don't want it to all be overgrown and overdeveloped. So I want to do it in a very mindful, responsible way. I'm a fiscal conservative as well, and I'd be honored if you supported me for my next term. So thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
That's a hard act to follow. I'm Lee Bradley, and I'm also running for Huntertown Town Council, and I want to serve the residents of Huntertown in the same sense of service that I did for our country for 23 years. And I would appreciate your support too. I'm also a very physical conservative individual, and I hope we're successful in getting elected.
Hi, my name is Naomi Frucci, and I'm running for Perry Township Trustee. As your new trustee, I will strive to be very transparent and very responsive and do to the best of my ability. And I really appreciate your vote on May 5th.
Hey everybody, Nicole Kiesling. I currently have the honor of serving as your Allen County Recorder, hoping to be elected to another term. Some of the things that I've been focusing on in my first term have been property fraud. I expanded that to get a text alert. Hopefully you've all signed up for that. I introduced our notary fraud program, and I have kept the office completely self-funded, not taking a single dollar from property taxes. So my next term, I hope to continue to promote property fraud, help people protect their properties, continue to keep the office self-funded, and introduce new technology to make sure that the office is running as efficiently as possible. So thank you so much for being here today, and we'll see you at the polls on May 5th.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, everybody else who came up and spoke. Did we miss anybody? We've got a few minutes in the reserve here, so if we missed anybody who's a candidate in the May primary, speak now or hold your peace until the next meeting. As we wrap up, I just wanted to mention that we will be meeting again. April 22nd is the next meeting of the Lunch Club back here at headquarters. RSVPs, for the first time in a long time, will be coming back to me instead of to Tom. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Tom became president 14 years ago when I handed this job to him, and apparently he wrote return to sender on it and just found me earlier today. So yeah, like back there like this. Anything else for the good of the order? We've got a couple minutes left, but that is the... Yes, please. Because I dumped this in his lap 14 years ago and it ran, and now I know what that feels like. Well, if there's nothing else for the good of the order, like I mentioned, back here on April 22nd at 11:30, and we will see you then. Thank you.